Good morning, everyone. I'm Nicole Traum, and this is Breathe With Me. Thanks for tuning in. This week, we're talking about surrender and what that means to surrender in our bodies and in our breath. During this time of COVID, we've all been kind of working on overdrive. We've been thinking it's almost like a challenge, right? Okay, we can do this, we can do this. And we sort of move from one thing to the next, just going from one experience to the next and saying, okay, if I can just get to here, then maybe I'll feel better. And if I can just get to here, maybe I'll feel better. And the thing about that is that there's always going to be something more, right? And over time, if we don't let ourselves soften, we don't let ourselves surrender, then what happens is we start to get burnt out. And I know a lot of people that I'm talking to right now are at that point of burnout from COVID, from the quarantine, from all of this stress that we're constantly being hit with. So when we can take the time to let ourselves surrender, even in little ways, to pause, to receive, it allows us to recharge, to recover, and we want that. So today we're going to think about the idea of softening our edges. I like this idea because I know for me, sometimes I try and harden, right? I'm like, okay, if I just push through, I got this. And it never really works, right? In fact, I get more exhausted from that than anything because I'm not going with the flow. So as we move today, I want you to think about letting yourself soften enough that you can go with the flow, that you can be in your body, and not just here in these few minutes that we practice together, but that it might overflow into other areas of your lives. So as you come into this one, we're going to sit up nice and tall and just feel yourself lengthening. Press down through your feet as you lengthen and just start to roll your shoulders onto your back. A lot of people have told me about how difficult it is to fall asleep. And even for me, some nights it's very difficult to fall asleep during this. And part of it is because we're just holding on so tightly that it's hard for our bodies to let go, really, really let go. So we have to move ourselves and allow ourselves that space to just kind of find how we can soften a little bit more here and there. So moving the shoulders onto your back. Morning, Mom. That's it. Just feeling your shoulders. Hi, Annie. And then as you come back through center, let's just start to move our head a little. So bring your right ear over to your right shoulder and then your left ear over to your left shoulder. So just moving nice and slow in this one. Dropping the ear towards the shoulder, side to side. That's it. As I'm doing this, I'm feeling like one side of my neck's a little tighter. So I'm just bringing my breath there as I move. You can do the same thing, right? Think about letting your edges soften a little. Surrender doesn't have to mean totally giving everything up. Sometimes it's a slow process, but it's a process of letting go of that grip. So let yourself slowly let go of the grip as we move today, as we breathe. Good. And then come in and then inhale as you lift your chin. Exhale as you lower your chin and just move slow. Inhale and exhale. Good. Opening the front of the neck, closing it off. Two more. That's it. And then as you come back through center, we're just going to stretch our arms out wide. And with your arms stretched out, just start to turn your head to the right and then to the left. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Good morning. Just stretching out. Feeling yourself, connecting with what you've got, letting some of those parts of your body start to soften. All right, and then as you come back through center, you can start to move your head in a slow circle, and it might be a little crackly. So give yourself the space to soften. You can let go of any self-judgment. You don't have to be perfect. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, right? You can feel kind of crappy. You can feel kind of disconnected. This practice is to bring us back to what we've got. And then change your direction, just going around in the other side. Yep, just bringing it back around. Letting yourself soften here into your neck, into your shoulders. One more time around. Good. And then we'll inhale the arms up. So you're going to stretch your arms up and then exhale as you bow forward. So inhale, stretching tall. Good. Exhale, leaning forward, hinging forward. Let's do two more. Big inhale, big exhale. And then this next time as you come forward, you're going to stay there and you're just going to start to reach and reach, reach and reach. Good for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And as you come on out, stretch your arms out wide and we'll hug ourselves. So you can bring your right arm underneath and just start to squeeze your arms in, giving yourself a little morning hug. Feeling yourself start to Feel that connection, and then maybe even exhale and soften a little bit more. Perfect. You're going to inhale and lift your elbows, and then exhale as you round, bringing your elbows down towards your knees. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Just moving your spine, feeling yourself connecting here. Let's do 2 more. Big inhale, big exhale. Good. And then last one, just lifting those elbows up and then rounding forward. Perfect. We're going to come on out, stretch the arms out, and now bring your left arm underneath. Do the same thing here. So just coming in for a little bear hug. It's kind of nice to give yourself a little hug. I know we don't get to hug our friends and family quite as much as we want right now. So just reminding yourself that it's okay to kind of lean into that and soften. And then inhale as you lift your elbows and exhale as you bring them back down. So just moving slowly. Inhale and exhale. That's it. Let's go 3 more. That's it. Last round. Perfect. And as you come on out, we're going to take 1 more stretch here. So you're going to step your legs apart about chair distance here, and then inhale as you sit up tall, exhale as you hinge forward. If you want, you can either do this with your hands on your knees, or if you want, you can even reach your arms up and then reach them forward. So bigger stretch here, inhaling and exhaling as you reach forward. Just one way that we can let our hips start to soften a little bit more. Let's do 2 more rounds. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Big stretch up, big reach forward, and then just stay there. So either your hands are on your knees or your hands are reaching forward. If your hands are forward, you're going to reach right and left, right and left. 1 more time each side, and then come all the way back up and get comfortable back in your seat. So I'm going to scoot forward a little. And as you get comfortable, just start to notice what you've got going on now in your body. You can start to come back to your circles, moving yourself around nice and slow. That's it. And then change your direction. So just moving in the opposite direction. Perfect. Feeling yourself just starting to relax into your chair. So noticing maybe what comes up for you as you move. That's it. And then we'll inhale and lift the heart, roll your shoulders back. Exhale as you round. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. You can inhale your arms open and then exhale as you round. Good. Let's do 3 more like that. Big inhale, opening your chest. Exhale as you round and reach forward. Inhaling. Good. And exhaling. Last one. Big inhale as you open. Big exhale as you stretch. Perfect. And then coming all the way back to your comfortable seat, whatever that is, you can start to close your eyes and turn within. Take a few moments here to sit tall, maybe even start to lean back in your chair. And as you do that, feel the support that you have all around you. So the idea of surrendering doesn't mean that we just give everything up, but we allow ourselves to soften, we allow ourselves to be held, we give ourselves a little bit of a break. So finding a way to do that is really important. So let yourself soften all the way down into your chair. Hi, Anne Louise. That's it. Feel your hips releasing. Feel yourself lean into the back of your chair. Now, you don't have to sit like I am, right? You can sit with your feet on the floor. You can allow yourself that space, whatever feels good here. And then just begin to lengthen up through your spine. Take a few moments here to just really feel where you have tightness, where you feel open. To meet yourself with your breath. To let yourself surrender in little ways, to find stillness, to find some quietness in your body, maybe a little bit of quietness in your mind. And just start to follow your breath now in and out through your nose. And if you have to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, that's totally fine too. Just giving yourself that space to just be, following your breath. Imagining your outer body just slowly softening with each round of breath. From the top of the head to your shoulders, down your arms, down the side body, all the way down to the hips. And softening now from your hips, through your legs, down through the knees, ankles, all the way down to the toes. Just giving yourself permission to start to soften as you breathe. As you start to notice, as you turn within and observe what you've got going on, remember that you don't have to hold it all together. Right? It's okay to fall apart every once in a while. In fact, our practice of mindfulness, our practice of yoga especially, is this practice of making shapes, right? And letting them come apart. And making shapes again and letting them fall apart. And that's really what our life is, right? It's bringing things together and letting them fall apart when it's time. And sometimes we have to really practice that letting things fall apart, letting them release. So let's take a few more deep breaths like that, inhaling and exhaling. And if you fall apart and you cry or you end up on the floor, it's okay, right? You can pick yourself back up. And sometimes in that falling apart, we get more perspective on how we hold ourselves together. So it's all part of the process. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath. That's it. Feeling your outer body soften, your edges just slowly blurring and softening. Great. And then bring your hands back in front of your heart. Just give yourself a moment to reconnect with your body, with your breath. Notice your shoulders rolling onto your back. Feel yourself here in the present moment. That's it. We bow to each other. I bow to you for your courageousness, for showing up, for being there for yourself. Remember, you can come back to this at any point during your day, right? You can come back to this breath, this softening. You can even come back and watch this video again. So please feel free to share this with your friends. You can comment. You can even post it on your page. We'll be back tomorrow around 7. I want to bow to you, so namaste. And our class tonight, I do have a class tonight going on. It's a prenatal class. So if you know anyone that's pregnant, it's over Zoom. It's a really great class that we can offer. I'm really happy I can offer it during this time to expecting moms. And that's at 8 p.m. And you can sign up at NicoleTromYoga.com. It's a nice little gift to send to an expecting mom. So you can do that right from my website. And then tomorrow, which is Wednesday, we'll have class at 9 a.m. So lots of opportunities to do yoga, to practice here, to breathe. So I hope that this helped you today, and I hope you have a great Tuesday. I'll see you all here tomorrow around 7. Bye, everybody.